In a quiet corner of Abeokuta, a town filled with hardworking families, a small community thrived. Among the families was Adedeji and Shades. They were parents to their only son, Tayo, a cheerful and curious 9-year-old boy. Adedeji worked at a bank in the city, while Shade ran a small provision store at the market. Their busy schedule often left them little time to supervise Tayo during the day. Their neighbor, Amaka, was a young, fashionable woman in her late 20s, known for her glamorous looks and flashy lifestyle. Amaka was always the topic of gossip among the other tenants. Many wondered how she managed to live so extravagantly, though she claimed she worked as a makeup artist. When Shade approached Amaka one afternoon to ask if she could watch over Tayo after school, Amaka readily agreed. "Ah, no problem, Auntie Shade. I love children," she said with a dazzling smile. Shade, trusting her neighbor, felt relieved, knowing Tayo wouldn't be alone after school. At first, things seemed fine. Tayo would return home on time. But Shade noticed subtle changes in his behavior. He spoke less and avoided eye contact. When she asked, he brushed it off, saying, "I'm just tired, Mama." Adedeji dismissed her concern, saying, "He's just growing up, Shade. Boys go through phases." One evening, Shade found Tayo sitting quietly in his room, staring blankly at his school books. "Tayo, what's wrong?" she asked, kneeling beside him. "Mama, can I stop going to Auntie Amaka's house?" he asked softly, his voice trembling. Shade's heart sank. "Why? Did she say something to you?" Tayo shook his head. "I just don't like it there." Though Shade wanted to press further, but she decided to let it go for the moment. As the weeks went by, Shade noticed more changes in her son, Tayo. Once a playful and lively child, seemed withdrawn and fearful. He flinched when anyone raised their voice, avoided playing with other children, and often had trouble sleeping. One morning, while helping him dress for school, Shade noticed faint scratches on his arm. Alarmed, she asked, "Tayo, what happened here?" "I fell," he mumbled, refusing to elaborate. Shade's instincts told her something was wrong, but she didn't know how to approach the issue. She confided in Adedeji again, but he dismissed her worries. "You are overthinking, Shade. Maybe he's just adjusting to schoolwork." Shade decided to keep a close eye on Tayo without alarming him. One Friday, Shade closed her shop early, determined to uncover the truth. She pretended to leave for the market, but hid in the shadows of the compound, watching Amaka's house. Around 3 p.m., Tayo returned from school and reluctantly went to Amaka's flat. Shade watched as he hesitated at the door, but Amaka greeted him with a wild smile and ushered him inside. An hour passed, then 2. Shade's anxiety grew with each passing minute. Finally, she saw Tayo emerge from Amaka's house, looking pale and shaking. Amaka stood at the door, waving him off casually. Shade approached her son, crouching to meet his eyes. "Tayo, did something happen in there?" Tayo's eyes filled with tears, but he said nothing. Shade's heart broke, but she didn't want to push him too hard. "It's okay, my boy. Mama is here," she whispered, holding him close. That night, after dinner, Shade sat beside Tayo on his bed. "Tayo, you can tell me anything, my son. You're safe with me." Tayo hesitated, then whispered, "Mama, I don't want to go there again." "Why not, Tayo? Did Auntie Amaka hurt you?" Tayo's lips quivered as he nodded slowly. She makes me do things I don't like. She says I can't tell anyone." Shade's blood ran cold. Though he didn't say much, the implications were clear. She fought back her tears, trying to stay calm for her son. "It's okay, Tayo. You don't have to go there anymore, I promise." Shade stayed up all night, her mind racing. How could she have trusted Amaka? What had she missed? She decided to involve Adedeji and confront Amaka. The next morning, Shade told Adedeji everything. At first, he was in denial. "Are you sure, Shade? Amaka doesn't seem like someone who would do such a thing." But Shade's resolve was firm. "I know what I heard, Adedeji. We need to protect our son." The couple confronted Amaka later that day. Shade kept her voice calm but firm. "Amaka, we need to talk about Tayo. He told us some things. We need answers." Amaka's smile faltered. "What are you talking about, Auntie Shade? I've done nothing wrong." When Shade mentioned Tayo's words, Amaka's demeanor changed. She became defensive, raising her voice. "Why would I hurt him? He's just a child." The argument grew heated, drawing the attention of other neighbors. Shade didn't reveal the full details to protect Tayo's privacy, but made it clear that she would not tolerate anyone harming her child. As the neighbors gathered, one by one, other parents began to speak up. Mama Ngozi shared that her daughter Chiamaka had been avoiding Amaka's house too. She said Auntie Amaka is not nice. "But I didn't think much of it," she admitted, guilt weighing on her voice. More stories emerged. Children being sent on odd errands, being scolded harshly, and returning home unusually quiet. Though no one had concrete evidence, the pattern was undeniable. Amaka, realizing that the tides were turning against her, stormed back into her flat, slamming the door. Adedeji and Shade took immediate action. They reported the situation to the local authorities and sought help from a trusted counselor to support Tayo. Amaka's reputation in the community was shattered. She moved out of the compound a week later, leaving behind whispers and unanswered questions. Tayo slowly began to heal with the love and support of his parents. Shade and Adedeji learned the importance of listening to their child and being vigilant about his well-being. They adjusted their schedules, ensuring Tayo was never left unsupervised again. The story served as a lesson to the entire community. Not all smiles hide good intentions. It reminded everyone to stay vigilant and protect the most vulnerable among them, the children.